Hi, this is the Mach 2 wheel from SpinOlution, and I'm Amelia, and I'm going to show you how to put this together. All I've done here is taken it out of the box and collected up a Phillips head screwdriver and a slip joint plier. So, first thing I need to look at is whether any of the brakes are stuck under the drive wheel. They do that sometimes to stop them from rotating, and this one you see is under the wheel. So I'm just going to pull the wheel up and take the brake out. Okay, so both sides have their brakes loose. The next thing I need to do is put the heel rests on. This is the flyer. I'll put that aside. You put the heel rest on so that the heels face toward the center, and you see this cutout here and this cutout here meet up. Turn this around, and I need to put screws in there. The screws come in 3 sizes, so I want one of each size, and I want one each of these colors. I put the smallest one in a collar, and it goes in the top hole. Now if you have a drill with a screwdriver bit, you could use that. It'd be a little quicker for you. This is the middle one. Goes in the middle hole. I can come back and tighten that up. Here's the long one. And it goes in the bottom hole. You need to put these heel rests on first, otherwise the wheel won't stand up. So that's the first side, and I can come back and tighten those later. The other thing you want to make care of when you're putting the heel rests on is that these brakes are in the right position. Okay? You notice, so I put this heel rest on, the brake sits like that. That's how you want it to be. You don't want this to be rotated all the way down there. Okay? So the rest of my little collars. Shortest screw in the top. Middle screw in the middle. Come back and tighten that up in a minute. Okay, so we can tighten those up in a little bit. You notice this is not riding on the pitman bearing. That's okay. We don't want it on there until we have the drive band in place. The other thing that's missing up here is the flyer. That's this piece right here. And you see I've already loosened the E-clip. So I can take that off. I can take the washer off. Set them down. And this goes through right here, all the way to the back. And then I fit this washer on, and then the E-clip is going to go in that groove. This is where I use the slip joint plier to slide the E-clip in place into that groove. For me, this is a fiddly operation that takes a few minutes. Some people can pop these right on. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm still not quite done. We want to get that drive band on, and this is why I haven't seated the footman on the pitman yet. There's a pitman guide on the other side of this footman. So we pull this forward, put the drive band in between them, this big wheel. So it goes around the big wheel and it goes around one of the grooves behind the flyer. Now I pull this forward and I can turn the pitman until it's lined up with the pitman guide on the wheel, and now it rides in the pitman guide, and when I treadle, the drive roll turns. Still not quite done. I need to put my Scotch tension block on. That's this piece of wood here with the suede on the inside. That's going to go in this hole up at the top. That's next to this screw. This little nylon flange with a spring goes on top of that with the flat side down. And this tightens the pressure. And I usually start so that it's just touching that spring, and then I'll tighten it just a little bit once I have yarn on my bobbin until it draws in when I'm spinning. This wheel comes with these two pegs, so I can load up my bobbins. And the only thing I still have left to do with this particular wheel is to tighten these screws. So I'll do that, and you can start putting your wheel together. Thank you!